Welcome to my second annual report. So I've been learning nearly 2 years, give or take a day. I'd like to start off with saying about my eChanter. Now, the auto off is working pretty well now. If you don't use it for a minute, it just turns itself off. No problems, all sorted, saves battery. Great, love it. The sound quality is not very good. I think it's my setup. I think the problem is I'm using a micro um, Arduino Nano, and um, so in order to get the sound out, you have to use some add-ons or add-ins. One of which is Mozzie. Now, when I first did this, I was using Mozzie version 1.1, and then about a year ago, they upgraded it to Mozzie 2.0 and they changed everything. The major upgrade. And when my eChanter died and I went to try and load it, it wouldn't work. It sounded horrible. I think I mentioned something in one of my previous reports about how bad it sounded. Anyway, I've managed to upgrade to Mozzie 2, but I'm still using the old samples and they're not quite coming out as great as I would like. So, on my list of to-dos now is to get the sound better with Mozzie 2 and get a better understanding of how Mozzie 2 works. And then possibly getting away from Mozzie or modify Mozzie and use MIDI. And once I've got MIDI sort of organised, then I might think about Bluetooth. All in all, that's quite some projects and it's got plenty of time to move ahead. And I haven't done a lot of work on it recently because I've had other things on the go. Also on the go, my little app that I wrote for recording the practice times and things has been working quite well. There was a couple of little things that I thought could do with improvement, so I made some modifications and we're getting there. Let's say we're just getting there, so that's all good. So moving on to my bagpipe practice, I've not actually picked up the bagpipes for a bit of time now. I've been mainly focusing on the practice chanter and the eChanter, and I haven't learned any new tunes in the last 6 months because that was the goal. It was to practice what I've already learned and try and improve. Now, I think I've improved somewhat, but I've not been able to get as much practice time as I want for one reason or another. Things, as you know, things happen. So I've not been quite getting quite there. But I've decided that between now, which is March 24th, and Christmas, I'm planning on learning 4 new tunes, one of which will be a new Christmas tune. But I haven't decided what tunes I'm going to learn yet because I decided I would wait until after this report and then work on doing that for the future. So progress and things to do in the future. I've managed to get hold of some hazel wood of a reasonable diameter, quite a few number of pieces, about 18 inches long each, and with the view of sometime possibly after Christmas or New Year 2026, looking at making a set of small pipes. Not the Ullinian pipes, whatever anyone wants to call them, but actual, parlor pipes type thing. And I was thinking along the lines of bass drone, tenor drone, baritone drone, and Maybe it's even having a go at making my own little chanter. We'll see on that one. But there you go. That's for the future, at least 9-10 months' time down the road. I'm still waiting for the hazel to dry out a bit. Season. When I got hold of it, it had already been seasoned for about 18 months. So I think another year we'll probably get it to just the right amount. I've also done some research on elder reeds instead of cane reeds. That looks quite an interesting little project, and might be better sound for the small pipes. So watch this way. So that's all I really needed to say before my second annual report. Short and sweet as it is. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.